Hey people, I am live. It is Monday, July the 7th. It is 7 p.m. It's about 26 degrees Celsius, feeling more like in the low 30s with the humidex. So welcome to the Monday live stream. Hey Chowdhury, how you doing? Hello William Elliott, Toronto's What Music Guy, what's up? Carol Ali, what's up? Picard, tea, Earl Grey, hot. Hey Magic Eraser, Choppy, Howard Charco, what's up? Gertige, Robot Wolf, Zach the Transit Enthusiast, hope you're all doing A-okay. Gonna take a walk into the east side, or the east end I guess. We're already in the east side here of downtown, but we're going to walk into the east end. Hey, Billy T and Mike, hello. Hello, Joanne. Hey, Nav and Dat. Cheers. Hello, Elena. Mojo. Welcome, John Nicholson, and Alan K is in the house. Drew Costin, hello. It's cooled down compared to Saturday and Sunday, that's for sure. Much more comfortable. I'm just walking along Homewood Avenue here. We're heading north. I'll go to Wellesley, then I'll start heading east. Some nice old homes here. Take us east into Cabbage Town. Maybe we'll walk through a bit of the old Cabbage Town area as we make our way eastward. Eventually I'll go over the river into the east end. Hey Terry French, hello. Oh, that's odd. Yeah, I guess the cool air is making its way eastward and it hit you first. Jennifer Haley. Alright, we're going to be stepping out into the sunlight here in a moment. Just enjoying the shade here. Hey, coleslaw. Ah, there we go. It's a nice breeze though. Kind of hard to see the screen right now. They're playing soccer on the sports field there at Jarvis Collegiate. Hey, Lena Sandoval, how you doing? All right, now we're back in the shade here on Wellesley Street. Hey, SG. Hey, Felicity's in the house. What is up, Felicity? I was wondering what was up with you the last few days. Carl Roth, hello. Oh no, a summer cold. Those suck. I think a popcorn salad will be the remedy you need. Hey, Mark 311, Famous Master, hello. Joe Severe, Joseph. Right, crossing Sherborne. I guess fruits and veggies is probably the better way to go to instill some infusions of healthiness into your body. Alex Oliveira, hello. But you're prepared for the next popcorn salad, so that's good. Hello, Jan Neeson. What's up, Daniel? Good to see you. Who you calling a jerk? Hey, Craig O'Connor. Yeah, Terry, the urban heat effect or something along those lines, right? Yeah, I'm down for the donut crawl, Felicity. Whenever is a good time. I'm pretty open, as you know. Preferably not on a really hot, muggy day. I guess that's my only request. Maybe do it on a more comfortable day. Hello, Hannah. So we're on the same page. Okay, good. There's the Food Basics. The one I never go to. I don't like that grocery store. Alright, sounds good, Felicity. I'll play it by both of my ears just to give us an extra ear. Hey, Lisa Adams, hello. Hey, I hope you have a good time in Toronto with your daughter. I love big cities too. I grew up in a small city and I knew one day I would always end up living in Toronto. It called to me. When I was a little kid even, I was fascinated by it. These are all boarded up. It's like historic row houses, but eventually I think they'll be turned into housing, but for now they're just sitting here. I don't see the buildings being demolished. I think they're protected, as they should be, right? Hey, JD and Jefferson Davis, hello. Yeah, I highly doubt these would be allowed to be destroyed. There's a chance that they could be facademized though, where they tear down most of them but leave the facades intact here and then build a new building behind, you know. They've done that a bunch of times in the city, but hopefully the entire old row here will be preserved intact and just renovated and turned into housing again. Hey, good evening, Jellybean and Greg Keating. Wing Zero, hello. Mark M. And anyone else that I might have missed who said hi. Hello back. That's an odd occurrence. Choppy, do you have long hair and a beard? I've had long hair and a beard on many occasions. Alright, let's continue along Wellesley Street. Hey, Sebastian. The Little House Cannabis. Should have called it the Little Shop of Cannabis. Maybe that's already taken though. Hey, Randy Ruck, welcome. right? Not that we need to partake of that again. Hey Scott, hello. Alright, heading through old Cabbage Town, one of the nicest residential neighborhoods in the entire city. A solidly 19th century era neighborhood here. What's up, Crikey? Oh. Look at these beautiful old townhouses here. What's in the little library? The Power of Why. Ready, Steady, Glow. Well, no books about the Beatles, so I'll continue on. Awesome townhomes there. You gotta love the built environment here in old Cabbage Town. Chowdhury sent 1 gift membership. Thank you, Alan K, for letting me know, and thank you, Chowdhury, once again for gifting a membership. Cheers, Chowdhury. Much appreciated, and welcome to the new member. Hey, Saleida, hello. Yeah, lots of shade here. That's why I wanted to walk through this neighborhood. As I make my way east, I knew I'd have lots of tree cover here. How neat would it be to live in something like that? Yeah, lots of Victorian architecture. I think some of the homes here even are a bit older than that, but this is generally considered to be the largest continuous area of intact Victorian housing in North America. Hey, Kevin Hawthorne, Mr. Adam's Apple. Only 22 in Smooth Rock Falls, says Donkey Balls. I just realized falls rhymes with balls. How are things in the falls, Mr. Balls? Will I let my rocker mane grow back? Yeah, probably one day. I think I'll keep it short during the summer though. I noticed that, crikey. I smiled just to sort of let her know, hey, I'm harmless, even though I'm talking out loud about balls or whatever as I'm walking down the street. Just being goofy, just a dude being goofy. Nothing to be afraid of. Wellesley Street ends over there at Wellesley Park. So let's walk down Sumac Street here. Hey, Jillian. Lemon Pledge. Is that right? I'll have to remember that. Yeah, thanks for the heads up. Hey, Mammy True. In February, that'd be a good pick me up in the middle of depresso month, February, right? In the worst part of winter. Something to look forward to. Hey, Toby. Oh, Paul's photographs. Yeah, both him and Ringo took a lot of photos while they were touring in the 60s. Ringo is really into it, even more than Paul. Here's the Toronto Necropolis, I think the oldest cemetery in the city. Hey, that's right, today is Ringo's birthday. I knew that, I just for some reason didn't even think to bring it up. That's right, today is Ringo's 85th birthday. Peace and love, peace and love. Carlito's Way, yeah, I went to Montreal last summer. Got a whole playlist of videos and a couple live streams from my visit there. Is that a killdeer? Is that what you call those birds with that distinctive shrieking sound they make? You're due for a trip back to the old hometown there, Felicity? I went to Ottawa last week for Canada Day. That was pretty fun. That was my first time in Ottawa in a long time. That stream really went over well. I did in Ottawa. I think it has just under 30,000 views right now. I even ran into some viewers after the fireworks. And then someone in the crowd shouted out my name at one point, I remember. I couldn't see them, I just heard them shouting from somewhere, so they were watching. And then after the stream ended, right after the stream ended, I got sort of swarmed by a group of young dudes, like teenage boys, and they all knew who I was, and they all wanted to take selfies with me individually, so that was pretty unexpected but fun. I don't know if they're watching. What's up, dudes? It was good to meet you all. Hey, Tiana, hello. Lorraine McLean. So yeah, a very fun trip to the nation's capital. I'll have to go back again before another 20 years goes by, because that was the last time I was there, about 20 years ago. No autographs, no. Just selfies. Selfies are the new autographs, I guess, right? Hey, Goggles Pisano, hello. Oh, holy moly, Felicity. Well, good on you for stepping in like that. Queen's Park can be a bit dark and creepy at night, I find. Sometimes some weird characters hang out in there. It's a very nice park though, you know, otherwise in the daytime it's great. It's just a good size, and it has lots of trees, and it's dark and lots of little hidden away spots here and there. Hey, Heron Musa, hello. Hello, Trevane. Well, I'm glad it all worked out. Because the timing is right, you know, that you happen to be there. Hey, Joe Severe. Bring that algorithm. Got some nice non-brick townhomes here. What's up, Quad Mods? This is Cabbage Town, Carlito's Way. Old Cabbage Town. Hey, Choppy, yeah, I found this shirt at Value Village when I went to buy my shorts. I picked up, or actually no, this shirt I got somewhere else. My bad. This isn't a Value Village shirt. I got this shirt from some other spot. I did get a few shirts from Value Village though when I got my shorts. Hey, Digital Blade. Alright, we're at Gerard Street. And Randy Ruck, $10 for whatever. Cheers, Randy. I'll definitely put that towards something or other. Cheers, thank you very much. Towards the whatever fund. Hey, Ron Hendricks. Alright, we're heading east on Gerard. Nice little journey through Cabbage Town. I just wanted to stay in a nicely shaded area as long as I could. Because we're going to be coming out of the shade up ahead and then go over the Don River here. We'll be exposed. That's awesome, Quad Mods. Because consistency is key. I think that's the best advice I can give about getting a YouTube channel going. Hey, Ken Lan, hello. I guess I could have crossed here. Huh.
I'm gonna kill you, eh?
Excuse me. Sorry. Well, it's about time you decided that, Felicity. What was taking you so long? Now, as Picard would say, make it so. Yeah, we're in Cabbage Town. We're just leaving Cabbage Town. Hey, good evening, Lisa. Serbian Eastern Orthodox Church right there. Start a story, a vlog, a video essay or whatever on your journey to becoming rich. Day one on my journey to becoming rich, and just go from there. See how many days it takes. Sidewalk closed. How very Toronto. Hey, Dan Harmson, hello, and Ken F. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. I tend to agree. Say my line. In Toronto, no sidewalk goes unobstructed. Due to construction, mainly, right? That's the reason 99% of the time. If there's a blocked sidewalk, it's construction. Hello, Kristen. It's not really hot, but it's, you know, it's definitely a warm summer day where you get a bit sweaty if you're out walking around in it. Hey Marcus, hello. Yeah, I have no interest in all that stuff either, like all the usual trappings, you know, of wealth don't interest me at all. I'm happy to just keep living in my little crappy bachelor apartment. The location is just too good, and the rent is just so low. I don't see myself leaving there. Or at least I don't see myself giving it up permanently. Don Valley parking lot. exposed to the sun here. Can't see the screen too much right now, so I'm just waiting to get back into a shady spot. Alright, the shade is up ahead. Alright. And I can read the chat again. There's the old Don Jail. What's new in Toronto? Any festivities? Well, there's stuff going on all the time, really. On the weekend we had the Salsa on St. Clair and Taste of Lawrence. And I think there was a Filipino festival at the waterfront. Yeah, there's stuff going on all the time. Hello AO, how you doing? Just Smitty. I'm just going back through the chat here. I know I missed a lot of stuff while I couldn't see anything. I just saw Felicity's post about a cookie-filled tub. You know you're rich when. In my case, I guess it's a root beer-filled tub, I guess. Wayne McKay. Mishibu, what's up? Do they have tours? I don't know if they have regular tours, but I know during Doors Open, that was one of the places you could check out. You could probably find out pretty easily if they have regular tours there. A Ontario guy. You do a little tap dance. I'm not wearing my tap shoes. It just doesn't seem right. It would just be a scuff dance, not a tap dance. Hey, Randy Ruck, another super chat, $5 for root beer to get me on the way to filling up my tub. Thank you very, very much, Randy Ruck, once again. Cheers, Randy. Okay, is what I'd say. I was raising a glass of root beer from my tub to you. A very Toronto driving moment there a second ago. We're heading east. We're on Gerrard Street. This is East Chinatown right here. Broadview Avenue. Orange cream Coke, huh? Is it similar to cream soda in how it tastes? Because I like that, and I like those like creamsicles, right? That's what they used to call them, creamsicles. I was a big fan of those, the orange creamsicles. That's a childhood memory right there. Whoa, Jelly Bean, 20 buckaroonies root beer tub live stream. Thank you very, very much, Jelly Bean, for getting me even more on the way to filling up that tub. If I do fill it up with root beer, I'll definitely do a live stream. Thank you very kindly, Jelly Bean. Yeah, the creamsicles, I kind of want one, you know? I mean, it's been so long. I did buy some drumsticks yesterday. I was in the No Frills on Shooter, the new one, and picking up a couple of things for dinner, but then I saw the drumsticks were going for a pretty good price, so I thought, why not? So I got myself some drumsticks, a cool treat. Mojo 2112, $5. Dude, thanks. Hey, thank you, Mojo. But my pleasure. It's always a pleasure for me to take you out walking around the city. It's one of my favorite all-time things to do, and it's awesome that you can all be a part of it with me. Thank you very, very much for the super chat. Cheers, Mojo. Much appreciated. Yeah, I almost got ice cream sandwiches. That's what I usually get. That's my usual summertime treat, right? Ice cream sandwiches, but I just went with the drumsticks this time. But they are hard to not inhale. The best thing about ice cream sandwiches is you get more for your buck usually. There's just more to them than like a fudgicle or a Revlo or whatever you call those things. They have some weight to them, you know? They're like more ice cream per buck, I guess you could say. And have you ever let an ice cream sandwich sit outside or sit in a warm place, exposed? They don't melt, they just sit there. And they don't turn into a melty mess. What is up with that? I mean, they don't melt like, you know, a bowl of ice cream would melt, or even like something like a drumstick or a fudgicle. They don't melt like those things do. They just they stay intact for a long time when they should be melted, you know? It's pretty weird. Yeah, I'm not sure what the properties are that give it that ability. Here's Degrassi Street. Of course, when I say Degrassi, I think of the old school Degrassi. I think of Joey Jeremiah and Caitlin and Wheels and Snake. That's the crew I think about. Well, there we go. Lisa has Googled the explanation. So, the more you know. I guess we've all learned something about ice cream sandwiches. Those tasty stabilizers and emulsifiers. Give me more of that. Put it in my mouth right now. Yeah, I did watch the Degrassi, The Next Generation. Of course, you know, I was a lot older then, so it wasn't quite the same as when I watched the old school Degrassi. But I did watch it. It was good. I mean, it was definitely a lot more of a well done show than the original, like budget wise and acting wise and that sort of thing. Hey, Chris Mills. Speaking of Drake, he did a live stream in Toronto a couple nights ago, maybe 2 or 3 nights ago, where he was driving an ice truck and live streaming as he was driving through the city. He drove right through Yonge Dundas Square while he was live streaming, and his truck got swarmed by, you know, a crowd of people. And then he went right towards my place along Dundas Street. I think he hopped out of the truck on Mutual Street. He just turned around the corner there. Because he's promoting his new album, right? Or his new single, new album. One or the other or both. Hey, Devin Sullivan. Alright, we're heading east on Gerrard Street East. We just went through East Chinatown. Alright, later donkey balls from Smooth Rock Falls. That nod at me. I didn't notice a nod. Was there a nod? I totally didn't notice it. Sometimes I'm staring off in another direction than where my camera is looking. It's like, what's that over there? Is that a squirrel over there? Well, hello back. Nodder person, if you see this at some point. I'll nod now. There we go. It's a friendly nod. Okay, good. Hey, 60s freak. How's the mosquitoes in Toronto? There isn't really any mosquitoes in Toronto. I mean, not like in the core anyway. I'm sure you could find some in some spots here and there, but not the spots that I frequent or walk around in. Maybe in some of the bigger parks if you hang out for a while. In the evening, you might get some mosquito action. Yeah, that's right, 60s freak. I remember watching some episodes of the old Degrassi on PBS, and there was an episode where they showed some money. I think it was a Joey and Caitlin episode where they had to pull out some cash. And when you watched it on the CBC in Canada, of course, they would pull out a Canadian $20 bill or whatever. And then when I watched it, the same episode on PBS, it was an American $20 bill. And I was like, oh, look at what they did there. They tried to disguise the show as American when it's so obviously a Canadian show. I was like, come on, you couldn't just leave it as a Canadian 20? Would Americans' brains explode if they saw someone pull out a Canadian $20 bill? What's with that? Monopoly money. holding my gimbal in my left hand again. I just seem to do that instinctively. Switch it to the right hand. I wonder if I should go up to the pedestrian bridge over there and check out the skyline. We'll be looking right into the sun though, so it might be a bit hard on the old eyeballs or the camera, but
506,
let's do it. Sounds not excellent, yeah. We might still get a pretty awesome view though, even with the sun. Hello, Curtis. This is a really great view of the downtown skyline from up on that bridge. But look at the sun. It's just bathed in sunlight. Oh, I know, Terry. There was another show. I mean, there's been so many, but another one that comes to mind is a show called Orphan Black, which was a sci-fi show that was on over 10 years ago now. It ran for like about 4 or 5 seasons, but it was obviously a Canadian show that was not only filmed in Toronto, but set in Toronto. Hello. They had shots where they showed Ontario license plates. They had shots where you could see the CN Tower. It's like, it's obviously Toronto, right? But yet they never once said the word Toronto in the show the entire time it was on. They sort of kept it vague and ambiguous for some reason. And they never even acknowledged that they were in Canada on the show until the final episode, the very, very last episode of the show. They finally said the word Canada, just because they figured, well, what the hell, it's the last episode, who cares, you know, if they know that it's Canadian now. But they wouldn't do it before then. I just thought that was pretty hilarious. It's like they thought no one would want to watch it if it was set in Canada or something. I don't get it. Your pal did the music for Orphan Black? That's cool. That show had cool music, so good on your pal. Ukrainian festival, yeah, I might check that one out. All right, actually the sun is sort of being blocked by the structure of the bridge here, so actually it's not a problem. Hey Maroof, hello. So there's the downtown skyline. Is there a train coming? Yeah, there is. Here's a nice shot. How about that? This is the Pape Avenue pedestrian bridge, Tiana. This Pape Avenue is right down there. But it gets cut off by the tracks here. But then if you just walk over the bridge, Pape Avenue continues on the other side. Hey Michael, it is a beauty day. See Sky Tower in the center of the shot with the crane. That's going to be the tallest building in the city eventually. After the CN Tower. I mean, the CN Tower will always be taller for the foreseeable future. Hey, Franny 14. Alright, thanks Tiana. Maybe I'll check it out. And there's One Bloor West on the other end of downtown with its crane. It's the tallest building right now in the city. Pretty nice. And on this side you have this magnificent view of the Gerrard Square Mall. The skyline has got nothing on this. Behold, Gerrard Square. Back down we go. Jada Mervin, hey, my pleasure. Whenever I'm in the area, I pretty much can't resist going up here to take a look. Another train. Going to Union Station. Never say you're too old for anything, and you might actually start to get old. Mike says he's too old. 44? Come on, Mike. In what universe is that too old for anything? That's Johnny Stride's age. Do you think he's old? Alright, gonna head, maybe I'll head down to Queen Street and we'll go back the other way along Queen Street. I'm kind of curious to see what the old creepy dollhouse looks like now. You might remember the house in this area that was covered with thousands of little dolls and doll heads and Barbies and knick-knacky little figurines and things like that. Because it was sold and they took down all the dolls and they gave them away. I went and got one, did a video where I claimed one of the dolls. But maybe I'll take a walk past that house as we go down to Queen Street and we'll see what it looks like now. See how normal it looks. Hey Jacqueline, hello. Yeah, you could do a search on my channel for the creepy dollhouse. I think it's in a few videos I did. Try the Biscoff McFlurry. You're the real promoter of McFlurries there, Felicity. I don't think I even tried the other one. Remember that other McFlurry that you told me about? I don't never even got around to trying it. I missed my chance. McFlurryicity? Is that a word? It is now.
Yeah, they were big boys, crispy.
Yeah, the Cadbury cream egg one, I'm still regretting not trying that. Felicity McCookie Face. Felicitin McFlurry Face. There's so many name possibilities here. Yeah, I do remember enjoying the McDonald's apple pies. I haven't had one in like forever though, but they were good. All right, well, we're heading south. We were heading east on Gerrard here, but now we're heading south. So I'm going to go down to Queen Street. But we'll check out the former creepy dollhouse. That's interesting. Randy, is that by choice? I'm not one to judge. Or maybe sometimes, I guess, but I try not to. I think it's only human, though, to do it sometimes, right? It's a nice little leafy residential street here. Not as nice as old Cabbage Town, but still, you know, quite pleasant. Doesn't have the age or sort of urbanity of old Cabbage Town. But it's decently, you know, I mean, it's got attached housing still and that sort of stuff. Lots of trees, little former corner stores. I think that used to be a corner store once upon a time. All in all, a great neighborhood. Toronto-style semi-detached houses. Jacqueline the Gamer, the weather is pleasant, yeah. It's cooled off a bit, I think. Earlier today it was a tad on the hot side, but not too hot. Under 30 degrees. Maybe a bit over with the humidity though. Now it feels like around 25, 26 Celsius. Making our way to Queen Street. Look at this house, it's pretty neat. Definitely stands out. Yeah, I always state the temperature in my pre-recorded videos, and I'll put a little on-screen label where I have the temperature in both Celsius and in Fahrenheit, because I know a lot of Americans watch my videos. They're by far the biggest group after the Canadians who watch my channel. So shout out to all my American viewers. You're very much appreciated. And all the support also that they send is very much appreciated. I have a lot of viewers from Peru. I could probably look up in my analytics to see exactly how many viewers I have from Peru. Hey, Macedon 40. Cheers. Cheers, Macedon. Okay. I welcome anyone from anywhere. If you have an interest in watching a dude walk around Toronto, I'm happy to have you. Oh, that's cool, Felicity. Hello. How's it going?
I saw you at the dollhouse last year.
Yeah, I remember meeting you then.
It's not cold, but
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
okay.
Cheers, cheers. Yeah, which was the dollhouse again? Good to see you again.
30, 35, I think.
Because I'm not sure if I'll even recognize it without the dolls, you know? Yeah. What was your name again?
John.
John, okay, John. Friendly viewer John. I met him when I was checking out the dollhouse, when they were taking all the dolls down. Is that when it was? Or was it another time?
No.
It was another time? Okay, yeah. So I've made a few visits to the old creepy dollhouse. And he brought me a bottle of water. Much appreciated.
Oh, how you doing?
Okay. Oh.
It's actually not too humid right now.
No, it's decent. I mean, I'm worked up a good sweat here because I've been walking for a while. But yeah, I mean, it's nothing like yesterday. Yesterday was, you know.
No, well, you know what? I watched your Ottawa stream. That was
Oh wow,
very
yeah.
impressive.
That was fun. Yeah, I'm glad I was able to get that spot to check out the fireworks. But I was a mess after that stream. Holy moly!
No, that was entertaining. I didn't, I live so close to here. I didn't want to watch these.
Oh right, yeah. Yeah, I think Ottawa trumps Toronto when it comes to Canada Day fireworks. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, ours are all right, but theirs were, a few levels above, I would say. Hey, Batfink, hello.
Actually, my sister's watching, and my friend John's watching right now. So.
Oh, hello to your sister and your friend John.
We're close.
Is this it right here? 37?
The next one over. Canada's fine. This is it.
Yeah, this is it. Look at that. You would never know that that was the creepy dollhouse once upon a time. Huh. Well. How things change, right? Huh. Well, thanks for pointing it out. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I vaguely knew it was around here somewhere, so yeah.
One
Yeah.
selfie.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm not very good at this stuff.
Awesome. Well, it was good to meet you again.
Okay, well,
We'll do that.
Okay,
All right.
take care.
All right. See ya.
okay, bye.
Thanks for the water.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you have to check out my old video, Felicity, from when it was still the creepy dollhouse. Oops, I just got a notification on my phone that it's feeling too hot. But we're just about at Queen Street. Find a place to put my gimbal down for a second. I see a spot right over there. Here we are in Leslieville. Take a drink of the water. And RC Lamoureux, I think I saw you send a super chat. Yeah, there it is. $5. Thank you very, very kindly, RC Lamoureux. It is very, very much appreciated. Cheers. Thank you very kindly, RC Lamoureux. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Any nightclubs in Vancouver? Well, Vancouver is very, very, very far away from Toronto, but I've been there and I can guarantee that, yes, there are some nightclubs in Vancouver. It's not known for its nightlife, though. But it does have nightclubs. Hello. Heading east now, or sorry, west. We were heading east before, now we're heading west on Queen Street. Although this is Queen Street East that we're heading west on. I almost feel like I want to dump some of this water on my head. Feeling just a tad sweaty. Well, I can tell you there's a lot more nightclubs in Toronto than there are in Vancouver. If you like dancing, probably find a lot more places to dance here than you would there. Or in Montreal, for that matter, also. Speaking of dancing, I have a video coming up for tomorrow where there'll be some dancing. Dancing in the hot street. Or I guess you could say dancing in the heat. They were dancing in the heat.
Now that he's got sugar, he's got to get it out on the beach. You can go run around on the beach until 10 p.m. Yeah.
You got it, Mike? I was roasting while I was recording that video because there's no shade on St. Clair Avenue at that time of day, and there wasn't a cloud in the sky. It's just a wide open expanse of the sunlight just blazing down on me. Carlaw Avenue. I guess I'm not gonna make the light. I could if I ran right now, but I choose not to. $340 people watching. Cheers, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the Monday evening stream. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hope you're finding it a pleasant place to be. And, you know, subscribe if you haven't already done so. It's totally free. Just hit the old subscribe button. Then you can come and say hi in the chat if you want. But if you do, you might as well also hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I do future live streams, because I do these regularly. Usually every 3 or 4 days. And I post pre-recorded videos on every day that I don't do a live stream. And that's my spiel. Whoa, I could feel the air conditioning pouring out of there. And don't forget to hit the like, that's right. To complete the spiel. Sometimes I forget to say that stuff. But I find it does help, you know, if you mention that every once in a while. Or as Jellybean would say, subscribe. Or is that Jerome Forrestwood? I think that's Jerome Forrestwood who says it like that. Hey, here's the Value Village. The one I used to go to.
Ever since like noticing the animals more now?
I don't go here anymore. I go to another Value Village now. Hey, Rob Mahoney. This is Leslieville. If it wasn't Leslieville, would that sign say Leslieville Cheese Market? Probably not. See? I do not lie. If I say we're in Leslieville, I mean we're in Leslieville. Hello, Rebecca. Got all the fake books. And some real books. Victorian Psycho? Interesting. Got American Psycho, we got Victorian Psycho. So there must be a Canadian Psycho. Or how about a Edwardian Psycho? Hey, Kaylee Bird, it's you? Hey, Sally, hello?
It's just hilarious. Yeah.
Hey, cruising with William. I'm feeling pretty good. It's a fish store. It's a knowledgeable fish store. They got one up on all those fish stores where they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Here's a fun fact about me. Many years ago, for a brief time, I sold tropical fish. So I knew all kinds of fish facts. And I had no fish of my own. I was not one to have my own aquarium or be into fish, but I did sell fish to other people for a while. Rebecca, yeah, I used to get that question all the time. It's a bit of a mystery sometimes, you know, with those betta fish. Hey, have a good night, Randy Ruck. Thank you again for the support. It is much appreciated. Cheers. Hope you have a good night, and hope to see you in the next one. Maybe during tomorrow evening's premiere. Sean Foxforth, that was a Studebaker showroom. Wow. That's going back, right? Hey, Pine Sol. Israel Morales, hello. That's cool, Pine Sol.
I sent it to my clients. I'm like, dude, these 2 new listings on the iconic.
I follow this guy on YouTube. Are you on YouTube?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Ken, the Ken Continuum. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, man. Thanks. Enjoy Degrassi Street. Yeah. Thanks. Ran into a viewer who was walking down Degrassi Street. Hey, Alan K, $2 for the root beer roof beer. Or is it the root beer tub fund maybe? I don't know, but thank you very much, Alan K, for your support and for being an awesome mod. Cheers, Alan K. Thank you very kindly. Hey, Kramer 911. Hello. You know. The library branch. Hey, thanks, Sean, for dropping some historical tidbits. We're in Riverside now. I don't think I mentioned that. They're cruising. Hey, Bestest Times Reborn. There's Slayer Burger. After Buffy gave up slaying, her and the Scooby Gang all pitched in together to open up a burger joint. Got Xander in the kitchen. Got Willow making some burgers with Xander. Don't forget about Giles. He's in there somewhere. He's at the cache maybe. Jacqueline the Gamer. Yeah, it's very safe. It's amazing how safe it is for such a huge city. Some people will tell you otherwise, though. There's a lot of misinformation out there that tries to paint Toronto as some sort of Gotham or something. It does have crime, of course. Every big city has crime. Every small city has crime, but for how big the city is, the crime is pretty low. It sort of looks like Gotham, I would say, at times, but it just doesn't have the Gotham crime, you know. We don't need a Batman here. We did have a Batman, though, but he's just for tourists. That guy purposely revved his engine just for the benefit of my live stream. And then he went, yeah! I'm not denying you'll see lots of crazy shit if you spend a lot of time walking around the city like I do. I've seen tons of crazy shit. I'm not denying that. But does that mean I'm in danger? No. Does that mean you shouldn't go out and walk around? No, of course not. Hey, jelly bean, $5. Pizza. I guess we walked past the pizza. I didn't even notice. A pizza super. Thank you very much at Jelly Bean. I guess if we don't have a sketchy McDonald's, then we'll have to settle for the pizza then, right? Thank you very much at Jelly Bean for the $5. Much appreciated. I'll have to keep an eye out for the next pizza or the next sketchy McDonald's. One of the best things about Toronto is there's always so many people walking around. Like in the old pre-war parts of the city, there are just pedestrians everywhere. Like it's a very walkable city in those parts. There's tons of people always walking around or cycling or whatever the case may be. So you've always got people around. There's always eyeballs, you know, all around you all the time. So it makes for a sort of a feeling of safety and security having all these people around all the time. Criminals would be less likely to try stuff in busy areas. Hey, Heartbeats Local, hello. Yeah. If there is some nut job on the subway, just get off at the next stop and change to another car. If it's like one of those subway trains that have separate cars, or just wait for the next train. It's usually just a few minutes. Or you can just walk to the other end of the train if it's the open gangway trains that are just one long continuous open train all the way from end to end. You know what I'm talking about? Alright, we're just going over the Don Valley again. Looking towards downtown. Personally, I've never had to do that. I've never had to get off of a train because some erratic person was making me feel unsafe. That's never happened to me. At the most, I've just sort of moved away, you know, a few feet, and that was usually good enough. And I've ridden many, many, many trains, and I've seen all kinds of stuff. Never felt really unsafe though. That's just me. Some people probably have had experiences where they did feel unsafe. And you neither, Drew? Here's the Humane Society. Adopt and don't shop. Hey, Tyler Jordan, hello. All right, River Street. So we're heading up into Regent Park. So we're back downtown in the east side of downtown again. Adopt a bunny. I'd rather not have little pellets everywhere. Hey, Bodie, hello. Got a pretty nice breeze here. Heading north up the river. Bright River General Store. I like how they incorporated the name of the street. Is it safe for solo women? I guess that's up to the individual to make that determination, you know. I think a lot of women would feel safe walking around on their own. Maybe some others might not. Certainly in the daytime, I think most would. At night might be a different story. But I can attest that there are women that I know who feel safe walking around in the evenings. Like I said, it's busy usually, right? There's usually people around. And if they're walking around those areas, they tend to feel safe. Alright, Shooter Street. This is where it begins, or ends, I guess, depending on which way you're going. Carl Roth. Bug bounce off my face. I was looking into Regent Park. I don't know if I've familiarized myself with those three people. Tyler? Yeah, I've been here a bunch of times. I haven't streamed through here in a little while. Not too long ago, though. Maybe a couple months ago I streamed along this part of Shooter Street. Very busy athletic field over there. It's a dog park. Neat view. Got the tower. Get to the tower. Yeah, it is getting a bit darker now. Ooh, we got some police action down there. You'll never get me, copper. Hey, Lizzie Kettle. kind of like this part of Shooter Street. Hey, we passed 2 hours. Here's the big school that was used in that movie Harriet the Spy. Anyone remember that movie from the 90s? A lot of scenes were shot where Harriet and her friends were sitting on the steps in front of the school right there. That's right, Michelle Trachtenberg, R.I.P. Unexpected music here. Is it coming from that vehicle? Yes, it is. Move along, you and your Muzak. Jada, I'm not sure yet what I'll have for dinner. I have a few things in mind. I'm debating whether or not I want to go to a grocery store after the stream, or whether I should just stick with what I got at home. Decisions, I say. Burrito or pizza? Well, one of those is very likely, I'll tell you that. There's a very good chance it'll be one of those. We're walking west on Shooter Street. Kind of into downtown. Caviar, there you go. And maybe some lobster on the side. I had Vector already, so I probably won't have more tonight anyway. My battery out here, my 30%. Okay, my power bank has not been keeping up with my battery loss. Is that right? Noof Dog? I had a friend who lived right above one of these restaurants here. It's a nice little apartment. All right, we're crossing Parliament. So look south. I'm not sure where the end destination is. Might be a grocery store. It might be not a grocery store. I'm not sure. My phone battery is probably going to determine where I end the stream before I make up my own mind. It might even be there, Jelly Bean, who knows? I'm sort of back in my neighborhood right now anyway. Close enough. Here's the Moss Park Apartments. Hey, Peter Bradfield, hello. No worries. The Carpenters, huh? Huh. Got a lot of people hanging out outside of the buildings. Maybe they don't have air conditioning and they just want to catch a breeze outside, so they just sort of congregate outside, play some music, hang out. I've lived in this general area for 15 years, Mike. I don't live in Moss Park specifically, but I'm very close by. Like, my building is like about a 10-minute walk from where I am right now. So I'm very close. The anniversary of the Roswell incident. Hey, Caffeine, hello. You're a Parkdalian. You're on the west the West End, or in the West End. I'm an East Side guy. Rob, yeah, the Garden District is technically where my building is located. It's almost in Cabbage Town too. It's just a couple blocks from the boundary separating the Garden District from Cabbage Town. And Moss Park also, just to the south. So it's kind of very close to 3 different neighborhoods in that way. But it is within the Garden District. Crossing Sherbourne. The infamous Sherbourne Street. A lot of interesting activity taking place in front of the Dollarama down there. I've never lived in North York. I've only lived briefly in the West End near Ossington, near Queen and Ossington. Very briefly. And then ever since then I've lived here. We lived at Sherbourne and Dundas. Yeah, my building is about a 2-minute walk from Sherbourne and Dundas. Like, I can literally hear the activity at the intersection if I have my window open. I can hear all the action, I guess you could say, if my window's open. And sometimes you hear a lot of weird stuff, I can tell you that. I've heard multiple incidents of gunshots, that's for sure. And there's no mistaking it when you hear gunshots. You can easily tell that it's not like firecrackers or something, or a car backfiring. It's like, yep, that's definitely gunshots. Hey, Paul Blunt. This is the park, Moss Park, we're walking past. So my apartment is just up there, a couple blocks up there. Talking about gunshots while I walk along Shooter Street. Har har har, right? To me, Shooter Street is perfectly fine. I don't find it sketchy at all. To me, it's just perfectly A-okay. Here's Jarvis. 363-ish people watching. Thanks, everyone. I guess I can do another spiel here. By all means, you know, like, share, subscribe, all of the above, hit all the buttons, yada yada yada. You can check out future streams if you hit the notification bell, or my premieres of pre-recorded videos. So 7 days a week, there's something. I'm not following you. Well, we had one dingus here on Shooter Street. Hey, Dixon Cider, hello. Hey, Livellin Belair. Yeah, he's definitely paranoid, Smitty. He said something like I was following him or whatever. It's like, no, it's all in your head, dude. Sorry, I'm not following you. Hey, have a good night, Carol. Got somebody shrieking over there. Guess this isn't doing much to back up my claim that Shooter Street is not sketchy. I guess it can have its moments. We're at Church Street. What am I at here? 18%. Ay, caramba. Let me try something. See if I can get a few more minutes of battery life here. I just unplugged and replugged in my power bank. Caterwauling. Yeah, I guess that's sort of what it sounded like a little bit. Yeah, I think a new cable is definitely something I should look into. Well, we're almost at Yonge Street, another block. Hey, Martin Van Owen, hello. Hey, David Ta, hello. Power bank is not connected too well. We're at Yonge and Shooter. So let's go north up Yonge. Why the hell not? Monday night on Yonge Street. It's Monday, right? Seems busy for a Monday night. Then again, that's Yonge Street for you. Hey, sure thing, David. Let's look south. You never know what you're going to get when you come to Yonge Street, even on a Monday night. Yo.
let me tell you, if they made a strip club that was also an all-you-can-eat buffet, imagine how much they'd make.
Well, why don't you do it?
I might have to. Gordon Belfort, the one and only.
All right. You never know what you're going to get on Yonge Street, as I was just saying. That'd be a good idea, I guess, unless you got plenty to eat at home. Har har. I dare you to say his name 3 times. Muzak alert. Muzak. Pretty lively for a Monday night, right? It's Papa Smurf. And whichever Smurf that was. Well, we're at Yonge and Dundas. What the heck, right? Why not? Seems like it's been a while. Has it been a while since I've been here? I don't know. Maybe not that long. Hey, Brett Mallon, glad you could make it. Well, folks, maybe I will wrap it up here at Yonge and Dundas Square. Hope you all enjoyed the Monday evening walk. I quite enjoyed it myself. We went from the east side near my place through Cabbage Town into the east end, through East Chinatown. Where else? We went to Leslieville, Checked out Queen Street. Back into downtown again. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I hope to see you in the next stream in the next 3 or 4 days. By all means, hit the subscribe and notification bell and like and share and all that jazz if you haven't already done all that stuff. So you can check out my next stream, and I'll be premiering a pre-recorded video tomorrow evening around 7 or 7:15 p.m. Hope to see you there in the live chat during the premiere. So big thanks to all who turned out. Thanks to the mods, Alan K and whoever else. Hello. Whoever else might have been modding, maybe silently. And a huge thanks to all those who sent support with the Super Chats, Super Stickers, or any PayPal donations. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. It definitely means a lot that you do that. So until next time, I will continue, and thanks to all the channel members as well. All right, that's it. Until next time, have a good night, everyone. I'll see you soon. And that's all, folks. I guess I have to press end. Okay. There we go.